What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Coach Plays, guys. So some news out there that have dropped for Tennessee Titans fans is that the Tennessee Titans have decided to release Julio Jones. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome back to the Coach Plays, guys. So as a Tennessee Titans fan, I felt like I needed to make a video about this releasing of Julio Jones. So back last year, it was about close to this time a year ago. Actually, might be a year to the date, but don't hold me to that. Tennessee Titans decided to trade for Julio Jones. They gave up a second-round draft pick, and they took Julio Jones' whole contract, which was like $23.5 million. There was a lot of people around the NFL, like within other NFL teams, that apparently were laughing at the Tennessee Titans for making this trade because apparently Atlanta Falcon doctors said that there was no way that they would have been able to trade him based off his health issues with his hamstrings and things like that. And they thought it was laughable that the Tennessee Titans actually traded for Julio Jones, knowing kind of the state of the health that he was in. As far as me, I'm just going to speak on my opinion because there's a lot of Tennessee Titans fans out there who had different opinions. I signed up for the trade for Julio Jones. I felt like it was a go-for-it move to potentially make this offense that much better, to help out a Ryan Tannehill, to put pressure off of an A.J. Brown and a Derrick Henry. And so I didn't like a second-round draft pick, but I liked the fact of going for it. So I signed up for it. I was like, let's go, hoping that he would bounce back and that the injuries wouldn't be that. Well, Julio Jones could not stay on the field at all and continue to have injuries, and he didn't score a touchdown until week 17. So for the Tennessee Titans, Julio Jones had 31 receptions, 434 yards with one touchdown. To put that into perspective, listen to this stat. Former Tennessee Titans receiver Khalif Raymond, who was like their fifth receiver at the time, went to the Detroit Lions, who are not very good. Khalif Raymond had 48 receptions, 576 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Khalif Raymond had a much better productive year than Julio Jones. Julio Jones just could not stay on the field, and for whatever the matter was, just it did not work out for the Tennessee Titans. So the Tennessee Titans elected to cut him today, and I've got mixed emotions about it. I almost felt like you probably should have kept with it and had one more year. I know he would have cost so much money, but the hope was that could have a bounce back year. But also by releasing him post June 1st, which is how they're going to release him, they're going to save like $9 million. So you can use that $9 million to try to better your team. So I understand that. So my honest opinion, this was a terrible mistake by the Tennessee Titans and John Robinson. They missed the boat here. They lost the second-round pick, and they lost a lot of money on taking a shot for Julio Jones. What is my honest opinions about it? I go back and forth, but at this point, I think I'm okay with it. I won't, as a Tennessee Titans fan, especially with how their team is constructed. You've got Derrick Henry in his prime. You've got an A.J. Brown. You've got a really good defense that is building, and you've made some deep runs in the playoffs. A team in that sort of state should try to take some risk. And the reason why people call it a risk is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this is a situation where, unfortunately, it did not work for the Tennessee Titans. And this one came back to bite them. Does that mean that you should never take a risk again? No. Because if you never take that risk and you always play conservative, then you just get what you get. But there's been multiple teams go out there, take a risk on a player, and it has paid off for them. Now, hindsight's 20/20, and there's a lot of upset fans today. But I'm not going to blame them too much. They can't continue to make these mistakes, or the Titans are going to have nothing to show for it. But they felt like taking a chance on a future Hall of Famer who could have really helped out Ryan Tannehill and a Derrick Henry, but it just didn't work out. So, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. Is this just a colossal mistake, or were you out on it from day one, or just let me know your honest feedback, guys. As always, like the video and subscribe to the Coach Plays if you like more content like this. Stay humble, stay kind. Peace.